All right. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, was established to coordinate and unify the petroleum policies of member countries and ensure the stabilization of the oil markets in order to secure an efficient economic and regular supply of petroleum products to consumers. Nigeria has been a key player in OPEC. You remember the late Rilwano Lukman was the Secretary General of OPEC between 1995 and 2000. Another Secretary General of Nigerian descent, Muhammadu Barkindo, has been praised by the NNPC for the role he played in the formation of the Declaration of Cooperation, DOC, between OPEC member countries and non-member countries alike. But Barkindo served 2 terms as Secretary General. We salute him too.
Yes, we do. And he has been a good servant of not just our country, but a good ambassador of our country as well, leading the group creditably and ensuring that the interest of the members of the oil cartel are protected. That's the most important thing, and ensure that prices are not such that will be unfavorable to members of OPEC. Somehow, OPEC has been able to do its best to keep prices at optimum level, and that's the job of Barkindo and the rest of them. So he's done well to lead such a big organization, and it's a pride of our country.
Yeah. Today, you know, the man on the street is wondering, yes, your countryman is the Secretary General of OPEC, but how has it rubbed off on the man on the street?
Well, if there's anything that you can give to Nigerians when they serve on international board, that is Nigeria, we have gifted technocrats all over the place. Anywhere they go all over the world, they excel themselves. And to the ordinary man of the street, yes, they may say that the price of oil or the price of petroleum, PMS, that is central to their living, keep on going on. But you have to know that at some time, the last 2 or 3 years, except the OPEC has been giving Nigeria undue preference in terms of the pump price, what we are pumping into the national market. Even when they ask some countries to reduce their own, to do, Nigeria, OPEC has a way of encouraging Nigeria because of our precarious situation. So I think if he has been able to get the OPEC to be sympathetic towards Nigeria, because it has not been so easy for us. You know, we spend 98% of our earnings on servicing debt, and yet today we produce 2.5 million barrels per day, in spite of the fact that the thing is selling. In fact, the thing another Nigerian should ask is that if oil is going for $90 per barrel, why should we continue to be on this particular level? That gives to the fact that we have a lot of backlog of things, that debts that we have accumulated, that is making it increasingly difficult for the efforts of those people in the OPEC in this month to rub off on an African Nigerian on the street. Because naturally, the question you ask is that the pump price of petroleum production should not be more than 30 naira or 20 naira because of the amount you are selling. But we are selling, the more we sell, the more we pay debt. So the mountain of debt that we inquire is too much for the citizens to begin to feel it. And we have a government that is also committed to say the infrastructural deficit that we have over the years, most of the money they are earning, they are using it. So that is why the citizens are not feeling it. But we have to give it to him that if he can serve 2 terms, it's one of the very few technocrats that this government has pushed forward that has been able to prove its mettle and be able to show that Nigerians also have the best.
Otherwise, putting square pegs in square holes. Jide, you know, let's quickly talk about it. You know, we can't run away from it. We are talking about theft of our crude oil, blah, blah. Not to say Barkindo has a direct part to play here, but I'm saying on the home front, we are shortchanging ourselves.
We are, and I think that future, when we have to lay pipelines, we have to bear the incidents of vandalism in mind. So we have to dig much deeper, you know, before laying the pipelines. NNPC had considered that at some point, but the cost would really be too high. So you find that in some Niger Delta states, the pipelines are even right on the surface of the soil. The surface
it becomes vulnerable.
So people climb, children play on top of them, they are running on top of them, you know, not even buried in the soil.
Inside.
It's right there on the surface. So it's like we never imagined that a time will come when people will be breaching pipelines the way they like. And it has created problems for us because we have depots across the country that we can pump petroleum products to. But you cannot do that when you know some people will be waiting somewhere to break the pipelines and steal this product. So even when you test run, NNPC once did a test run with water. These guys were waiting.
Wow.
Yes, they were waiting at the other end, believing that it was petrol that was being pumped. So in future, we have to go really, really deep. That will make it impossible, you know, if at all, for them to access the pipelines, or even find a way to kind of electrify some of those areas so that you don't then risk electrocution because you want to steal petroleum products.
Okay, but all in all, Journalist Hangout felicitates with Muhammadu Barkindo, the outgoing Secretary General.
And his mentor was the late Lukman. So wherever he is, you'll be happy that somebody that he mentored has risen to the top of his career and doing well.
That's a plus for us. That's a plus.